Okay, everybody. So let's look at the bottom of the screen here, okay? A quick financial video. Look at the bottom of the screen. Meta, this was yesterday, okay? So the tickers down here are not real time. This was on April 19th. Today's April the 20th of 2023. So look at the bottom. Meta to cut 4,000 more jobs today, April 19th. Another round of layoffs anticipated in May. Amazon lays off some more employees in its advertising unit. Netflix missed on subscriber growth and earnings forecasts, which was I thought it was kind of mixed, but okay. So let's talk about that. Gonna go back a little bit. Meta laying off 4,000, and then they're gonna have more layoffs in May. Oh, don't forget, yeah, more layoffs in May. And another round is going to be cut off in May, and you got Amazon. Worse the end. See, here's the thing. I realized people have thought that they were safe, and they weren't. People have thought that they were safe, and they were not. Life is very fragile. I have heard, and I told you, I'm sure you probably heard about it too. You've had couples, some of them are on YouTube talking about their layoff experience. You have couples where both of them have been laid off. And so you're thinking, okay, you've got two incomes. If you're both making over $100,000, and it depends on where you are, you can do pretty good. Believe it or not, you got people that are making like serious cash, man. Serious cash. And then you look up, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, if one person loses their job, they got the other person as a backup. You know what I'm saying? You have a backup. It's not working like that. Because what I'm beginning to see and what I'm hearing is that sometimes both people have been laid off. Can you imagine? I've heard circumstances where people say, oh, yeah, well, I was laid off. And then I thought, okay, we'll be okay. I got some savings. And then her husband. And I've heard the reverse. Look up one couple thinking, okay, well, we at least have the other person's income. So two income family. And it takes that just to survive. Look up 2 weeks later, other person laid off. Another family, same situation. Only difference was, I think theirs was maybe 3 months later or so, that person laid off. The tightening. And people say, oh, they'll be fine. They have savings. Understand, I showed you the video where a lot of people that make between, like, let's say 100,000 to people even making $250,000 a year, living paycheck to paycheck. Oh, they can weather the storm. If you're making $250,000 a year and you're check to check, you probably have no savings. Some people have even taken their money out of the market. That money's been used up or it's gone. So all around, they'll say, oh, we're not having a recession. I think we've been in one. The only thing is, I think it's going to get worse. 4,000 jobs, so Medica, 4,000 jobs yesterday, April 19th, 2023, and they're expected another round in May. Some people thought they were safe, and they're finding out there's no safety. There isn't any. A college degree, a lot of those people have those degrees and looking for those jobs, not there. Someone told me about a circumstance. I thought, wow. And they said it got to a point they were all working for a company, and it was a long time ago. She was telling me about it because the relative that she told me about that worked there, he's an engineer. And that guy, I think he's like maybe, I'm thinking mid-60s. So there's nothing new. This has happened before to people. And she said at that time, he has an engineering degree. They were all, oh, he was an executive. Mm-hmm. They're all doing okay. Guess what happened? She said a lot of them lost those executive jobs, and this was upstate. Can't believe it. She said it was so bad, which I don't think it's that way now. I would hope not. She said it was so bad then at that time, and so I must have been a kid. But she said it was so bad that you actually had people who were making six figures. I can working at Walmart, checking out. And yeah, good luck with that program because let's see, last I checked, they have a whole lot of self checkout. Again, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, a whole lot of self checkouts. So the person at the bottom who needs the job, good luck with that. A lot of them are not going to be able to find those jobs because AI is already here and it's not going to disappear. Then you have these educated people, and they're saying, "Hey, with these jobs, what's going on?" Someone expert was saying that he think this is going to be maybe like a year or two before some people get back to where they were. And I'm thinking to myself, that just can't be. Who do you know has a money? Most people they're living check to check. So if the check is gone, it's going to go wrong. So who can put life on hold and sustain? And he's talking about from the IT. I mean, that's his opinion. Where the information comes from, I don't know. But I thought about it and I was like, this is not sustainable. People getting their tax refunds. I'm going to do a story on that as well. Because another reason I've learned to keep my mouth shut, that'll be a different video, especially on investing. People getting tax refunds. You have a new tax code, a new administration, and each administration is differently. So a new tax code, and you hear about all the complaints. I used to get back more money. I can't write this off. Yeah, a new administration, a new tax code, and that's each person they're gonna do their own thing. And then for those that are getting refunds, sometimes it takes longer. So what do you see? Resources drying up. As I said before, said again, these companies they're not gonna bleed through cash to keep you employed. That company has to make money. But I see it as resources drying up. So just when you thought, okay, it's over, nope. Meta cutting 4,000 jobs yesterday. That was announced April 19th. Another round expected in May. Another company, they're cutting more jobs. And a report, Amazon lays off some employees in its advertising unit. So some people thought, okay, that part is over. I still have my job. I'm safe. It's not. Sometimes I hate to say it. It's like, and I told a friend of mine that I said, I'm sorry to say, I said sometimes the way this is going, even some people in corporate jobs, you might feel like you might feel like you're a day laborer because you could easily be here today, gone tomorrow, and that check will be gone. So if people that are making 100,000 or 250K, if they're making those kind of cuts. And if they'll even check the check, what about the person making 60, the person making 30? A domino effect because less spending, less spending. Next thing you know, other stores start to do the very same thing. So it just lets you know this is a very pivotal time, no time for foolishness. These companies are cutting jobs left and right. And there is no safety net for the American. I just don't see it. You have unemployment, good luck with that. In most cases, it cannot sustain the same lifestyle. It just can't. Tesla cutting prices on the model. I'm assuming to try to get more sales. We'll see how that plays out. Look at Disney. Disney plan to cut thousands of jobs next week, including 15% of its entertainment division. So Meta, Disney, Amazon, all these jobs cuts are going on. Disney, thousands. So yeah, I am really thinking things are really going to get worse before they get better. This time they're saying it's pretty much white collar. But don't forget, white collar jobs gone. That affects white collar spending. It will trickle down. They may end up going, oh, we go to this deli all the time in this restaurant. Oh, we shop here. Well, if the shopping goes down because the white collar person doesn't have an income anymore, don't be surprised if it trickles down to the blue collar people working there. So yeah, the layoffs. When will it stop? Every day life is getting more challenging, and that's why I say even in things like traffic out in public, you see people getting all hyped up about different things. You have no idea what's going on. Imagine somebody that is already behind. They might be late with their rent or something, and then you look up, okay, I'm about to get caught up, then bam, oh, here's your pink slip. You wonder why people are on edge. You wonder why people are on edge. Finances can do it. When your security, your a place to live, food, your transportation, when that's threatened, that's why people get on edge. So I would say just try to stay calm, plan it as best you can. If you're out and about, even to myself, if you're out and about in traffic or or in the community, wherever you are, people say things, do things, they cut you off. Just what? Guess what? I say just stop and breathe. You don't know what they're going through, and their situation could be a lot worse than yours, than ours. All these layoffs, people barely surviving as it is, then you're taking away their source of income. And they may say, oh, it's the white collar jobs, white collar spending that will trickle down when they're not spending. And then it could have an effect on blue collar, on everybody else. It's a circle effect, is what I think. So it is really, I mean, I've seen people move around. I've seen people sometimes put themselves on a, oh no, I got to stay here. And next thing you know, they have bumped their standard of living. I've seen a place, you know how you pass through something and you're like, oh, that's an old dinky place and no one's ever there. I've seen a place like that. It's actually like a motel and it's been there for years. And I've never really seen anyone there, like taking a shortcut off the freeway. Man, there was an accident on the freeway and I got off the freeway, so I want to go ahead and take the shortcut. Guess what I see? The place looked dinky, filled with cars, children outside playing. And that's how I knew then these people have probably been evicted. I mean, I'm like, you would have thought, why is it still open? Filled up with cars. Why? People need a place to live. They probably got evicted. And it's a dump, but it's shelter. Look up. I guess business was so good in that little ratty tatty place motel. I look up, what's going on? The company, the hotel owner is now putting a new roof on top of the hotel. No, it's not a hotel, it's a motel. Like a one room motel. I wasn't sleeping in my vehicle. I'm just saying, me personally. But family's been reduced to that. It's shelter. And this been there for probably decades. A new roof is now going on. What is this? Oh, in some little places, I guess they threw out the furniture and put maybe a couple of new things in there. What does that tell you? Business is good. Those people probably got evicted and now are resorting to living in a little shanky dank motel. So yeah. So it is, wow, just to survive. It's like in survival mode, it's fairly challenging. Anyway, just want to kind of bring that up to you. Disney, Meta, oh my goodness, Amazon. And don't forget, Meta, they're expecting more layoffs in May. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Feel free to share your stories. Thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.